going on, everyone? Welcome, RM here, and today we're looking at my little node box. So you guys have been asking me, what am I using that I'm running my nodes on? And that's it, this little guy right here. So this is the BeeLink U59 Pro, and I did get this sent out to me from BeeLink. I was actually supposed to be testing hash rates on it. I haven't done that yet. I've had this for a few months and I haven't got around to it because I've been using it for probably the main reason why you would buy one of these things, and that is to run nodes for your crypto mining. So currently installed on this node right now, I do have a Dero node on here. I have a Monero node. I also got a Yatacoin node. So this thing is very versatile in terms of nodes. It's a 4-core, 4-thread Intel CPU. Now I did want the Ryzen ones. Intel, yes. Anything mining, Intel sucks. So again, once I test out the hash rates, we'll see what it looks like. It's currently running Dero right now on this thing, and we're running about 13 to 14 watts, as you can see here, with that node up and running. So it's not using much power. I think it'd be great to have a couple of these things, you know, put them together, maybe label them, and then you can stack them on top, beside each other, whatever, and have an individual one for that node. But they do also come in Ryzen processors, which is the one I originally wanted, but I did get the Intel garbage one instead. Now, this is not garbage for running nodes. Intel is just fine. It's just how when it comes to the mining aspect of things, you know, Intel usually seems to lack far behind the Ryzen counterparts. Let's just kind of look at the box here. So we have a power button, we got a headphones jack there. We do have a USB-C and 2 USB 3 plugs. This is where I actually have my wireless mouse and keyboard plugged into the front here. Now on the back side, we have 2 more USB 3 plugs. We have 2 Ethernet plugs and 2 HDMI. This does support 4K output if that's something you care about, but it has plenty of plugs and everything you need to run any type of node, especially for all you crypto miners. Now, if you do want the finer details and specs on this little machine, it is an Intel Celeron N5105 CPU. It has DDR4 RAM, 2933 megahertz. It is Wi-Fi as well. It's M2 SATA 3 SSD storage. It's a 2.9 gigahertz Celeron processor. Max of 16 gigabytes, 3 displays, 2 HDMIs and a single USB-C, 2 terabytes of M2 SATA space, 4K output, Wi-Fi 6, 600 Mbps. It's a 2.9 gigahertz max turbo frequency, 10 nanometers, 2 gigahertz processor base speed, again 4 cores, 4 threads, 16 gigabytes of max memory there. It's got an integrated graphics. I think that's sitting around 8 gigabytes, but I'm not sure how that works. I think it's based on your RAM there as well. It's kind of using some of that. Now, I just call this thing the node box, but this isn't a node box. It's more like a mini PC. I believe it is labeled as the mini PC. And there's lots of different variations other than BeeLink's out there, obviously. And we also got those seed boxes, which is dedicated for FLUX nodes, ready to go, pretty much plug and play. Now, these things are plug and play. It comes with Windows 11. Once I do actually do my hash rate testing, I'm thinking about probably just installing Linux and going with that. Now, there's nothing wrong with Windows whatsoever when it comes to running nodes. Mine have been all stable, but it just seems like Linux is probably the better way to go for your nodes. So I'm in my capture card now just to give you an idea of what things are kind of looking like. This is my current Dero node that's running, so I'm just going to minus that out. We're going to come into our folder here. And inside documents, that's where I installed everything. We got my Dero windows here. We got my Mongo here, Yatacoin node, and my Monero node. So all my nodes are just sitting out within documents. It's pretty straightforward and basic. If I want to run my Yatacoin node, all I got to do is come into here, scroll all the way down, and then just begin running that. So I'm just going to double click on that. We'll let this load for a minute, and you can see the Yatacoin node's kind of starting up, but regardless, this is easily enough to run any single node. I could probably run a couple at the same time. You don't need large pages here for RandomX, so don't think something is having issues at this point by seeing that. But anyway, you know, this thing will run any node you want. This is what I'm using. You guys have been asking me, you know, what am I using to run my nodes? Here we can see the node is booting up. It's going to start doing this little sync process. It's been a couple days since I had my Yatacoin node online, so it's going to be going through that. So before I started showing you guys how to set up certain nodes like Yatacoin, you guys have been asking me. Dero, I already did a couple videos on setting that up, or even Monero nodes. I wanted to show you what I'm actually using to run my nodes on, because that's another big question you guys have brought up. So that's what it is. It's this U59 BeeLink. Now I really hope I can get my hands on the Ryzen and actually a couple more of these little boxes, because I do feel these things are great little tools for us miners if we do want to just jump on and solo mine something. 0% pool fees, solo mining, and just ignore pools altogether. So a lot of us just like to run our own nodes. And also when it comes to Monero, running your own nodes, sending your own transactions and everything throughout your node is the most private and secure way to use your Monero. So that's another reason some of you guys may want to do this. All right, guys, so there you go. A pretty fast, pretty basic video. Not much really going on here. It's a small little mini PC that doesn't use any room, very lightweight, and you can run any node you pretty much want on this thing for your crypto mining needs, or even run your wallets or something off this. So this is what I use. Thank you for checking this out, guys. I will have the link in the description if you want to get something like this for yourself. I will see you on the next one. RM out.